Do you have any sympathy with the Prime Minister when he's said that he was misled, he believes he was lied to, and he's furious about that?
He was lied to by someone who was known to be a serial liar. There's no excuse for the fact that he made the wrong judgment. He was in possession of enough facts to have not made that appointment, and he did anyway. And I'm afraid, Laura, he now has to take responsibility for that. He's not taking responsibility.
What do you mean by taking responsibility?
I don't think his position is tenable, but this is really an issue for the Labour Party. The Labour Party will have to decide whether it's going to remove him or not. Kemi has said if one of the things the Conservative opposition can do is table a motion of no confidence. There's no point in us doing that if other people won't support it.
But you could do it. You could do it to try and put pressure on. If you really believe now's the moment for him to resign.
What we've said to Labour MPs is if they want to talk to our whips about that motion, we'd be very happy to have those conversations. What was very telling for me was I was in the House for 6 hours on Wednesday, this long debate on the release of documents. And no Labour backbencher stood up to defend the Prime Minister at any point. This is why I think everybody in Westminster understands that we've kind of crossed a line. We've moved to a question of if, to a question of when. And I think in those circumstances, it's incumbent on the Labour Party to sort this out as quickly as possible.
But if you believe that we have crossed a line this week in the terms of our national life and that the Prime Minister's time, as you claim, is now up, you could, as an opposition party, you could say it's time for him to resign. That is something you could do in Parliament yourselves, and you're stopping short of that. So actually, aren't you just enjoying this political moment?
There's no point in us bringing forward a motion if it's not going to succeed. What we're saying is if the Labour Party wants to take moves, I think what was more likely to happen is that the Labour Party will just move internally in order to start a process. I guess there's a degree of hesitation around this at the moment because there's a by-election later this month and there are the local elections in May. But we are a G7 country. We have very serious questions that we're dealing with domestically and internationally. If the Labour Party is going to go through this process, it should do it quickly and move on because that is what's in the national interest.